Hello there, my name is Hope Williams and I am about to take on a project that I want to share. So I decided to create this YouTube channel in order to share what's going on with my life. So the title might sound a little presumptuous. The reason for that is I do need to nail this project. I am already all in on it. First, a little bit about me. I am a single mom, although my kids are almost grown now. But I've been doing this alone by myself for a while. I do have a boyfriend now that I've recently moved in with, but 9 years or so. I didn't really have a lot of work experience. I did not have my college degree, bad credit, no credit. My name had not been on the title of the house that I had owned with my ex-husband. So there were a lot of things that kind of set me up to have kind of a rough time when I first started off. I spent a good amount of time trying to figure out what I wanted to do and where I wanted to go. I ended up going back to school, getting a degree. I've had a job for the last few years that I've loved, and I'm still doing that. It's a very flexible job. It's work from home. I've put a lot of effort into making this work from home job my possibility so that I could be flexible to do some other things, and this project is one of those other things. How old am I? 46. I'm 46, and I don't have a lot of things in place to make my future the bright future that I want. I want to travel with my boyfriend, and I want to have a nice retirement. I'd like to have a house of my own at some point, of our own, but it's primarily me that wants it, so I want to make that possible. The way that I've been wanting to do it is by investing in real estate. That's my dog. Come here, come here. I don't know if he can come up where you can see him. Come here, come on, come on. Nope, he says no. Anyway, so I've been wanting to invest in real estate, and that's not really a big possibility for somebody that has no credit, no money. But I haven't given up on that idea. For a couple of years, every week, I'm online looking for some cheap investment property that has potential to make a few bucks. I just felt like if I can get my first one, I could either flip it and put money on my student loans, or I could rent it. That could be some retirement. I would always have that place that would be generating that income. So I had a pretty low budget. The price range that I was looking in is pretty limiting. That's why it took a couple of years of me looking really every week to finally find something. Actually, I didn't even find this one myself. I totally forgot how this happened. My mom knew that I was looking for something. We live in Texas. She lives in the hill country, a cute little town. A nearby town is where I had been looking because their market is such that I could probably afford something there. She has a friend who's a realtor. They somehow discussed it, and she suggested this property, really low price. She sent me some pictures of it, and I was like, sight unseen, I can work with this house. Just so you understand why I could say, sight unseen, I want to do this. Basically, I assumed that this house was going to need everything, but it's a very, very small house. It's under 900 square feet. Assuming that everything's wrong with it being 836 square feet, and then I buy it for a really low price, and then if there's a happy surprise, there's a happy surprise. Maybe it doesn't need all the work. That's how I was able to decide on this house without seeing. My boyfriend wasn't at home at the time. I'm texting him. I'm like, I just heard about this house 5 minutes ago. I don't want to put a bid on it. And he's like, okay. I mean, he's really supportive of it. And so I'm texting my mom back, okay, get me in touch with a realtor. Before we had even finished texting, she texts back like, it's gone. Someone had put in a bid on it, and this thing had sat on the market for months, and just so happened the day that I wanted it, somebody put in a bid on it. So I just got right back up. I started looking again. I looked in some other towns the other direction, just determined, to do this. But this one bothered me. This was the first one that I had wanted to put a bid on. I had looked at some other ones, but they had not been the deal that I needed to get. And this one, with its size and with my assumptions and with the deal that I thought I would be able to get, it was like the one, and then it became the one that got away. So I was really bummed about that. I talked to the same realtor. She continued to help me. And then out of the blue, about a month ago, she texted me and she said, that house is back on the market. The sale didn't go through. The previous buyers had offered full price for the house and the sellers had accepted it. And then the buyers found another house that they wanted instead and called off the whole thing. I actually bid 2/3 of the asking price. And then of course they counter offered and we had the little back and forth and we ended up settling within a couple of $1,000s of what I had offered. So I did get a really good deal. I didn't have the cash or the funds or the financing for this, and it was such a low price that no mortgage company would take it on. Mortgages have to be above a certain amount. I think it's $50,000 and this house was under $50,000. No one would touch it as far as a mortgage. I got a personal loan for it. Normally I would say, like, do not get a personal loan for a house. And I'm sure some of you who are watching might want to chime in and tell me how dumb that was. Oh, don't worry. I know the risks and I know how dumb it was, but I also know that even as dumb as it was, that amount as a personal loan, if everything went wrong and I completely lost everything, which would be impossible to lose absolutely everything on it, even if it was destroyed, I would have insurance, at least have something. That risk was weighed. And so I got this personal loan. And the plan, of course, is to pay it off quick so that I'm not paying tons of interest. So that's how I financed it. This has been like a month. I've been waiting for it to close. We're scheduled to close in a little over a week. In the meantime, I've been planning this whole thing out. Oh, I did go see it right before I bid on it this time. So that was a month ago. My sister works for a title company, so she knows a lot of the ins and outs of real estate. I've never bought a house on my own before. So she's been helping me kind of understand that process, and we have to wait for some things to come back, and then they're going to let us know. So I just got a text, I guess yesterday. They're almost done. They're doing the finishing touches. What is a finishing touch on the title? But they're doing that now, and then they're going to let me know, and they'll give me 3 days notice, and then I'll drive to that little town, which is 2.5 hours away, and sign and give them a cashier's check. This channel isn't going to be so much about the buying. I want this channel to be about the process, because I feel like there are a lot of people out there like me who have dreams of doing something like this. Maybe it's because you watch a lot of HGTV. Maybe it's because you're handy. Maybe you're a single mom. You know, I don't know. For me, I have done some renovation work in the past, but that does not mean I know what I'm doing. So this channel, it is about how I bought it in an unconventional way and, you know, how I financed it. But the next part is the part that you can really document with a video. It's going to be fun. I'm going to show how I fixed this place up. There's going to be a lot, I'm sure, that I can't do myself, but there's a lot that I can do myself. And there's a lot that I probably can't do myself that I will do myself anyway, because I will learn how, and I'm going to get help. I'm doing my research, I'm reaching out, I'm asking questions, I'm absorbing, I'm learning all that I can, and then I'm going to take some risks, going to try some things that I might not be totally great at. That's where this funny title comes in, because I can nail it or fail it, and that may even be like, you know, show my nails and fails or something, because I'm going to make some mistakes on this house. And that's one of the reasons that I wanted to buy it with this low price that I was able to get. You know, I can buy this learning experience that is going to set me up to do this again. So I really wanted to start. This one is simple compared to what some flips could be. It is very small, but I'm going to be doing some things that are shocking even to me. I'm going to try some things that surprise even me that I'm trying to do them. You will get to see all of that. I'm not just painting walls. Like, I bought a tool belt. I'm going to buy tools. I hope that you'll follow my progress. This is the first video and probably kind of boring. There had to be a first one to introduce and kind of kick off, what in the world is she doing when I start actually tearing into this house and showing you what's going on. I do want to also document just my growth and my thoughts, and hopefully inspire, not just showing how to build something or showing how I built it or how I failed at it or how I nailed it, but also my mental process, my emotional process. That's always a very big part of anything that I do. If I'm telling someone how to teach a class, which is part of my other job, I'm also getting into the way that you might feel when you're approaching it. That's part of this as well. The fears and the insecurities and all of that. I think it's important to realize that when you think, hey, I'm gonna do this by myself, I'm going to nail this by myself, like, you know, it sounds like Hope nails it, like I'm gonna do this. A lot of it is the gumption that I'm going to assert myself to try this big thing and to take this risk. And it's mostly on me as far as who's taking the risk and who's responsible for it. All of that's me. But I probably would not be able to actually do it were it not for some of the other people in my life. So I would encourage you, if you're thinking about this, take note of who is in your life. Start letting them in on your dreams. If I had held this in, because I guess it just felt kind of vulnerable to let people know that this is what I wanted to do, especially considering that I didn't have any credit and that I hadn't done this before, and you know, to let people know that that's what I wanted to do because I risked them not believing in me. That was a big step, but I think that it's important to let people know if this is your dream, to start letting them know. I did have to kind of earn a level of trust from some of the people in my life to where they can look at me and they see that I'm a hard worker and they see that I pay off my debts, to where at this point they're confident to help me. I established some history and now I have some people in my life that believe in me and are willing to help in the small ways that they can or the big ways that they can. And that will be a large part of my success, because I do believe I will succeed even if you don't see them. I will have some help. My sister works in titles. My mom is going to be there. I don't know how much, but she's a fixer-upper. She's got some tools. She's got a truck. I will probably rope my sons into working with me. They're big and strong. Hopefully you'll get to see them. My dog won't be of any help whatsoever. My boyfriend, he's got another project, which I will be sharing with you at some point. He's going to be pretty busy. He's emotionally supportive and providing all of the stability that I need. He also has a very large van for hauling stuff over there, you know. I don't think that anybody can just do this on their own if they're starting from zero where I started from. But I have a little bit from this person, a little bit from this person, a little help from here and a little help there, kind of piecemealing support together. And then a ton of it, I'm going to figure out how to do it solo. There are both elements. There's that I am relying on people and I am doing a lot of it by myself. So next steps, I'll be closing on the house pretty soon. Very, very soon, I'm going to make a trip with my boyfriend. Actually, this will happen tomorrow. I'll be making a trip with him in his big van to go pick up some tools from his mom's garage. She's been after him for a while to, you know, come get these tools out of my garage. So we will do that now. I will be showing you step by step what goes from there. Signing the papers, you know. It's exciting. I'm going to show you some pictures of the house. It's not much. Remember, I didn't pay much for it. Couldn't even get a mortgage for it because it was such a small amount of money. And it's not pretty now. By the way, you'll see when you see it, I mean, it can't be super fancy. It needs to be what it is. I'm going to do a good quality job on it, and I'm going to make it a comfortable place for someone to live, a place that they can be proud of and be comfortable in. That's my goal, and I believe that this place can do that. I'd love it if you would subscribe to this channel and like the video, comment and tell me how stupid I am or how so smart I am or whatever. I would love it if you would follow me on Instagram. It's at Hope Nails It. It was amazing that I could get that handle, I thought. I also have the website, hopenailsit.com, and I have the Twitter at Hope Nails It. So there you go. You'll get to see all the mistakes and all the fails along the way to nailing it. So thank you for watching this very first video. More will be coming soon. I already appreciate you just putting your eyes on the screen. Thanks and bye.